I never really expected to be doing a top 4 Synchron deck profile, but here we are today. So we have ourselves a top 4, not 4, top 16 deck profile at Regional over at Paris. And we have ourselves Dragon Bystial Link Synchron. That is an impressive list here. I've heard about this deck before, and I had just mixed feelings about it in general, but it won a. It didn't win. It topped a regional top 16, which is impressive. 7th after Swiss. So let's go ahead and go by card here. We have triple Lubellion, triple Magna Hut, double Jury Swarm, double Sereneer, and double Belldrake. So these are your basic Bystial package. Now I do know that Bystial Synchron was experimented a bit late, like over in Dabble format before the Shizu tier got hit in January. It was around January, February where we had that list that murdered a Shizu tier. So let's do triple Stars Synchron, Stars Trail, Converging Wills Dragon, Omni Dragon Brotar. So this is your standard Arrival Light package. If you don't know what these do, Stardust Synchron basically is Jet Synchron in the graveyard or even in the hand. It can by tributing a monster as cost, it can special summon itself from the hand or graveyard, but it's banished when it leaves the field. And then when it's normal special summon, you can add a small chat card from your deck to your hand that mentions Stardust Dragon. Well, we have two targets, Stardust Illumination and Arrival Light. Then Trail special summons herself from the hand or graveyard when if a monster you control is tributed, except during the damage step. And then if it's sent from the field, if a Warrior Synchro or Stardust monster is Synchro summoned using this card as material, you can special summon one Stardust token to the field. So this is pretty good. Basically floating herself, if a monster is tributed, you get a token. You're running the amazing Soul Synchro Star Dragon. This card is insane. Basically, it gave Synchro decks and Pile decks that need a consistency. It's going to get more crazy when the Assault Synchron comes in June. And even in July with Duelist Nexus, that is also going to be insane. Converging Wells Dragon, this is the Majestic Dragon of the deck. When you draw it, you special summon it if you control a level 8 or higher Dragon Synchro monster. Then you can use its effect to special summon one level 1 Dragon monster. I've always knew, like when this card was announced back in Dawn of Majesty, I have the video, you can look it up. It was a really popular video at the time. One of my most watched videos on the channel. And I always said, oh, maybe this might see play in Dragon Link. So, 2 years later, we have Converging Wells Dragon doing something in Dragon Link. Omni Dragon Brotar. Black Metal Dragon, which is a good level 1 dragon to special summon off of it. It's used more for its level 1. It's a level 1 dragon. that can search Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Triple Solid Seafort, 1 Chaos Dragon Legionnaire, 1 Collapse Serpent, 1 Wyver Buster, and then you have just about every good hand trap that is being played currently in the current format. Triple Gamma, Driver, double of the Divi Incarnate, Nibiru, the triple Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, double Droll and Lockbird, double Effect Veiler. Just having the best hand traps, even the triple Infinite Impermanence here, like having yourself covered, even if you don't open combo and you open up like hand traps, usually that's a good enough time to basically stall out until you draw into your combo pieces. It's pretty good. Triple tuning. I know a lot of people will actually say that in the comments. I'm predicting it because a lot of the people here are for the Synchro content, the Synchron deck in general. They will say it's not a Synchro deck. It's not a Synchron deck. Well, technically, 10 years ago we had Junk Doppel. Then we had, and that only had triple Quick Draw Synchron and triple Junk Synchron and like 1 unknown Synchron. Like, that's like 7 cards. Like, by that logic, this is a Synchron deck. Just like Junk Doppel was 10 years ago, just like Adventurous Synchron is currently. Like, this is just another idea. Triple Chaos Space, triple Small World, which is kind of great. Just having that search power. Let's see, 1 Illumination, the double triple tactics talent. If you don't know what Illumination does, by the way, it's like a Foolish Burial. And if you control a Stars Dragon or a single monster that mentions it, you can special summon it instead. And then you can banish it from the graveyard to target a Stardust monster and to increase or decrease its level by 1. Then we have Call by Arrivalite. When it's activated, you can place a level 1 dragon monster from your hand or deck on the top of the deck. Neither player can return Stardust Dragon or a single material. Usually that doesn't matter. That's only if you're going out for like Majestic Red Dragon. Actually, it doesn't even work for Majestic Red Dragon. Funny enough. Only like Majestic Star Dragon. But if a monster is Synchro monster is special summoned, except during the damage step, you can apply one of these effects, draw a card, or special summon 1 tuner from your hand. Like, having this being searched by Stardust Synchron, placing, just stacking Converging Wells onto the top, and then you would have to Synchro summon, and then you draw Converging Wells, and then you activate Converging Wells, special summon the Brotar or even Black Metal Dragon, and just go nuts. Like, this is great. Boot Sector Launch, Ravine, triple Infinite Impermanence, and Branded Beast of all cards. Like, this is what you're searching. This is pretty neat. Like, tribute a dragon monster, then target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. Like, if you control a Bystial monster, like, this is pretty good. Like monster and macro removal, just built in. So, extra deck, you have the, of course, Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. Once per turn, you can negate the effects of 1 monster your opponent controls. 1 effect monster. It doesn't target, which is important. This card gains 1 additional attack each battle phase for every monster in your graveyard that is Stardust Dragon or is a single monster with Stardust Dragon in its card text. So usually your combo would probably rely on Excel Synchro Star Dragon, so you can make a total of 2 attacks. Like, I would say actually 3 attacks, actually. This is additional, so it's not like it's shooting Quasar Dragon. And then it's an Omni Negate. Basically, when your opponent activates a effect, you can just use its effect and banish it into the end phase. Like Omni Negate, and then it's a negate and banish. It banishes itself. It doesn't banish for cost. It's not like Cosmic Blazar Dragon, but it's pretty good in that sense. So it does kind of lose to Dark Ruler no more. That's like the only card I would say, but you're pretty much prepared for Dark Ruler no more with the side deck. What's building that? So speaking of that, actually let's finish this extra deck first. Baron, Ready Rose Dragon, Chaying, just level 10 Synchro monsters you can use with Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. Of course, OG Stardust, Scarlet Red Dragon, Archifine, and Omega. You can use all of these Dragon Synchro monsters you can use to make him. That's pretty good. And then Omega just being a generic level 8, which is pretty good still. Then we have the Link Summon package, and notice that we don't need Junk Speeder in this deck. Like, this is impressive. Like usually, the choke point of current modern Synchro decks is the Junk Speeder play. And unless if you have something like a Herald of the Arclight protecting it, or you manage to chain block it to prevent your speeder from being ashed, or something like Ceravis, your speeder is vulnerable, and it looks like he took the Dragon Link approach, saying that we don't need to heavily rely on a speeder play. We don't have to heavily rely on Mare, which is abysmal to open up with. So we have Unicorn, Romulus, IP Masquerena, double Heretic Seal is a Heavenly Fears, and then the one Striker Dragon. Then we have the side deck, double Nibiru, another Divi Incarnate, another Droll and Lockbird. So it looks like these are just scraps in the main deck. Apparently 60 cards is not enough room. So they have to put that in some more copies of these in the sideboard, which is a good call. One Dark Ruler no more, one Duster, one Lightning Storm. Obviously, running these as one-ups is perfectly fine because he's running triple Tactus Thrust. He's doing the pelvic thrust, which really drives you insane. And then triple Eradicator Epidemic Virus. Like, having access to this to destroy Dark Ruler no more. Like, this is just as good as running like Anti-Spell Fragrance, for an example. But you're using this to destroy spells and traps. Like, this is good against Trap Tricks, or also good against other back row decks. Like, this is a good deck that I teched out. Double Evenly Matched, of course, because it's searchable through the Thrust. This is pretty good. Like, a really good deck list. Like, I like it, actually. It's not really something I would personally go for myself. I don't really know a whole lot about Dragon Link. I could obviously learn because I could easily pick up these combo decks. I probably will catch on eventually with this build. But anyway, this is what we have today. Congratulations to person who topped. Congratulations to Ed. This is a good deck list, and if you like this video, if you find it helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall catch you guys next time.